What's up guys, it's Xeyo here, and we did it. We finally took Exodia in 2024 to locals. So we did pretty good. You guys are going to see some locals gameplay and a little bit of like vlog stuff there. And we're of course going to go through the deck list, and I'm going to show you guys kind of like a combo of what I'm trying to do with the deck. So let's get into the card by card. So of course we got to play the 5 pieces, the 5 bricks. You know what it is. I don't think we'll ever win by drawing all 5, but I guess it's a possibility. And then we have our new Millennium monsters here: Shield, Sengenjin, and of course Golem. So these are the best Millennium monsters. You don't really want to play the other ones. These guys special summon themselves by paying 2k or revealing the Ankh. And we just want to get 2 bodies on board and have Ankh to be able to go into the our Link 2 and then summon our Exodia fusion. That's like the biggest thing. We're playing Temple. It's like another way to get to all that. However, you do lose a card if you don't have like a Millennium monster. Like if you have like the Weiju Temple plus Shield, then it's like pretty good. But if you only have Weiju Temple and like a limb, then you kind of just go like -1 for nothing. And then we have the Terraforming for technically like 3 temples, I guess 2 golems, so 5 temples, but I might be bumping temple up to 3 just because it kind of helps with getting plays started and playing around hand traps. And then for our spell traps that we set off the Exodia fusion, we have Obliterate, Blaze, the Fires of Rage, and the Obliterate. So I think most of the time I was always going to set Fires of Rage. I mean, this blowing up the board is just really strong. The only downside is you have to have the fusion monster on the board, so that's like sometimes you can't always like guarantee that happens. So that's why Obliterate is kind of there, but Obliterate doesn't really work under Shifter. So I don't know, there's some downsides here and there for each one. And then this one, I don't know, the card it looks cool, you know, it's an Exodia card, but I don't think I ever used it. I typically would side this out. It's just kind of awkward all around with that card. And then of course we have the Angel Statue as a rune, part of our end board, searchable technically, or like settable from deck. We have a bunch of non-engine, right? Power Prosperity, a bunch of room, bunch of monsters we don't need. Super Poly, of course, you know, like I said, only 1 fusion monster part of this deck. Lava Golem, because we don't ever normal summon. Dimension Shifters, pretty nice there. And Tikaboo. So you know, Tikaboo is Tikaboo, am I right? And then Called by the Grave and Imperm. So I tried to play around triple tack. So yeah, no cards to get triple tacked, because I've been seeing that a lot lately at my logo. So that's why I decided to do that, and then side my Ash and Drolls. And then for the extra deck, we have Artemis, because we could always normal summon a limb and then make Artemis to then go into, of course, SP, the classic. You guys know the combo. And then we have Silo, Hat, Rabbits. Really good for this deck because we have nothing else to really make as a Link 2. If we didn't have this, we would just be leaving the Millennium monsters on board, which isn't really ideal. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't do anything. So setting the summon negates is pretty good. And then of course we have some more generic Link 2s, Alsa and Nightmare Phoenix. And then we have Celine into Access Code. Unfortunately, Celine reviving back a limb isn't nearly as good because Access Code needs an effect monster. So sometimes you get to that point where you're like, oh, I summoned a limb, but I can't link it off. So it does get your Millennium Ankh back online, because the limbs have to be in your hand, deck, or face up on the field. So that's why you kind of actually need something like this to bring stuff back if you ever lose it. And then we have you know, Underworld Goddess. You know, maybe we out of towers, but a lot of this was like flex spots. I didn't use most of these. They were just prosperity fodder. And then for our super poly targets, you guys know Garura, Mud Dragon, and Dragos Stapelia, because we actually use our own Exodia if we ever need to. And then 3 Exodia, you technically only ever use 2 at most. The third one, I guess, could be for like, you know, Unicorn Rip, something like that. Like having 2 Unicorn Rip, having only 1, then it might make things a little awkward. So we're just gonna play 3 for now, but you very much could just go to 2. And then of course Typhon to end things off. And then side deck, this is kind of like, you know, specific towards your wherever you're playing, you know, of course. So I decided to respect back row a little bit more, you know, Duster, Secret Village, and Cosmic for like stuff like that. And then I put the hand traps in case we run into some kind of FTK. You know, Joel, Ash, I felt like these were the strongest for like maybe like branded. We want something like Ash. You know, we have Shifter and Joel for like something like Dark World, or, you know, like a little FTK decks, Gimmick Puppets, stuff like that. And then Evenly Mash also to kind of hit those back row decks. And then like some auto win, the cards to side end, shift or barrier. And then of course one more raw sphere mode just to help me go second for one more thing. But now let's get into the combos, and I can show you guys kind of what I'm trying to do here. Alright guys, so I'm going to show you guys what I'm trying to do. So this is just off one Sengenjin, and of course, we're going to be paying our life points a little bit here, but we're just going to be summoning out our Sengenjin, of course. And then adding our shield. And then, of course, doing what we always do, losing all of our life points. And, of course, getting our Ankh. And then from here, here's where the Silhouette Rabbit comes in. We link off, summon, and set the Azurune from deck. So we have a summon negate. And then we top it all off with our Ankh, reveal all of our cards, of course, probably summon the hand, like, you know, and then shuffle back the rabbit, and then end on our unstoppable Exodia Incarnate. Really simple combo, then go to end phase, and of course, set our card. And here, I would probably just set the card that blows up the board. So pretty standard there. We have a nice board blow up, and of course also a summon negate off just one card, and then, you know, some other non-engine cards of course would probably be in our hand at this point. All right, with all that, let's get to locals, and I gotta look for some cards, so hopefully I can find some. I'm missing like Sengenjin, 3 Ankh, and all of that. I probably can find them, but let's see. Found some of the stuff we needed, so I think we're ready to play. Yeah, we were able to win round 1, even though a bunch of misplays. How's our board doing? You know what I'm saying?
No, stay away from me. Stay away from me.
Oh, okay, I guess so. All right, so yeah, had a few misplays. Forgot to activate some of the cards, like the end phase Exodia card. I forgot that a few times, but we still kind of made it through due to the other player misplaying. So we'll see where we go from here. So here is round 2. We're up against, I think, like Zark or whatever, like a pendulum deck. So we see Sengenjin to start off with, pretty good. Get our add of shield, and then unfortunately we get hit with the droll. That's not good. Set 2, I guess. So I could have gone into a link 2 for the Silhouette Rabbit, but I hard drew the trap, so we don't need to do that part. We just skip it for now. So you know, they get some of their plays started. We don't quite have anything yet. Doing some pendulum stuff that I don't quite all know what's happening, but I imperm I think the Supreme Zark Magician or whatever, and then they go for Beyond the Pendulum, and here I flip up the Azurune because he does have to go for a pendulum summon. So when he does the pendulum summon, we summon negates, and then I think it's enough, right? Unfortunately, triple attack. Oh, take my monster, and then link into to an Apo for 2, and then I have the shield, but it has to activate first to get on the field in the first place, so I can't beat the Apo, unfortunately. And then next turn, he just kind of goes infinite. So game 2, you know, Power Prosperity, reveal, go for Millennium Monster, then get drolled again. Okay, set 1, I guess, and pass turn. So they go Duster, and I go chain the D barrier called Pendulum. So we get another turn for sure, unless... nah, there's no way. There's no way we get killed here. Yeah, just pass turn. We have Temple here. Then Temple effect. It's place from our hand. And of course, place from deck. Sengenjin and shield. Yeah, we're going crazy. We have literally everything at this point. Get out Golem. And of course, then shield into Ankh. And then we're going to go for the kill here, of course. Golem reveal. We're still at 4k, I think, life points here. Yeah. And then reveal. Get our Exodia out. And then just go for game from here. So... enough damage, as they say. Enough damage. And then game 3 here. Let's go. Shifter and standby. Okay, we're looking good. That should be enough to stop a pendulum deck. And it looks like set 1 and pass. Okay, okay. I don't think our hand's good enough, though, unfortunately. We have a Sengenjin. We try to activate summon, and it gets Cosmic. Oh, pass turn. That's not good. He goes Veiler into a Beyond the Pendulum, and then on res, I droll. But unfortunately, you know, I don't think it's enough. Another triple attack, take the last starter out of my hand. So he knows I have no more interruptions. And he goes all out, goes exceed the pendulum and all that. And of course, ends up going into a access code because I already paid life points. And I am just dead here. So I ended up losing round 2. Didn't have enough for that last game to push through one Cosmic Cyclone. But, you know, hopefully we'll be able to... you know, win out, you know, go 3-1 with Exodia, you know. The temptation to just side out all 5 pieces. I don't know, maybe we just put a Tenpai core in the side deck or something and then side out all of our Exodia cards. That'll probably be better, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, going on to match number 3 now. We're up against Yubel. And fortunately, he kind of bricked, and also I don't think he really quite put in all the new cards in his deck yet. So we're only dealing with really a Soul Raging Grave with like the trap set, and we're pretty much good, right? And we have a shifter that we drew for turn. Unfortunately, we didn't have it turn 1. So whatever he uses now will be getting banished. So once he uses the rage and all that, it will be banished. We catch it later, but it's in the grave right now. But he goes SP and banishes some of my monsters. I did get to the Ankh already, so we're in a good position there. Go for Golem. Golem, of course, summon itself, get the temple for the next turn. And of course, at this point, I just need to clear some bodies. He has one more set, and so I go and make the Exodia. I'm worried about having to deal with Imperm, but I think thinking about it, it didn't really matter. I still get the set off the Exodia for the board blow up, and that's like enough already. He like still bricks. So game 2, you know, we have the draw on the opening the spirit gates, and then he unfortunately has to not play. So set 1, and I think we're going crazy here. I'm very sure. Like, I mean, we have Golem to add temple, and then we get hit with a draw, but that's, you know, that's okay, to be honest, because at this point oh wait, no, it's not okay. We got Ghost Ogre on our temple. Never mind. We have a few sets. We beat over the monster, and of course had to deal with a Dark Beckoning Beast this time. So fortunately we have an Imperm, and of course we Impermed on the Spirit Gates too in that same column. He didn't activate Spirit Gates first, so, or I guess he couldn't, huh? I don't know. But we were able to keep playing here, and then we get to a point where we're pretty dire here, but we have a Prosperity, and I play the safe route here. I thought about it for a really long time, and I think at this point he's on top deck mode. I'm gonna out all of his monsters, so I grab the Ash Blossom and then start summoning out my monsters. I don't care. I'm just gonna go for game through my regular monsters, and then make SP and banish the gates. And then we still have the shield, of course, and then we still have more monsters in our hand, like Sengenjin again, Golem. Yeah, like this is just OTK. Even without the Exodia monster, we didn't really need to do all that much, and of course we just end up being access code and go for game there. So hey, pretty nice, especially when Yubel bricks. All right, I don't normally think that we win this matchup, but with that, match 4. So we're at 2-1. I hit the record button a little late, but that's fine. We got started. That's all that matters, and we are not getting hand traps. So we did find the temple, get all of our Millennium monsters, go for Rabbit here, and of course gets the statue set up. And then Prosperity after all is said and done, and we find there can be only one. I decided if I wanted that or Super Poly, but I go for Tikaboo. Blind Tikaboo I think is technically a little bit stronger than Super Poly, so we have the Exodia set up. With the setup back row, the board blow up and all of that, and another set with it. But so we're up against Dinos, so we already know Tikaboo is gonna be an FTK here. Like, let's just be real. He's gonna need some spell trap removal, but we have the Exodia to handle that anyways. So he's looking at a Tikaboo and have a board wipe, and next turn is literally just we're flooding the board and killing him there. So on to game 2. He starts off with Fenrir. And then immediately searches, and that's a misplay because Droll is now in my hand. So we go next turn, I Imperm, and then have the temple this time, and temple set up my shield, and then set up my my Golem from my deck because I already have Sengenjin in hand. So we're going for the kill here for sure, 100%. Golem at the temple anyways. Sengenjin summon out, and then add another Sengenjin for next turn, and then from here, of course, Millennium Ankh into the Exodia, and then Exodia. Destroy this man. 6,000 attack, and of course the others are enough to destroy him there. So go ending 3-1. That's pretty good. All right, we were able to finish it off. I think we went 3-1. It was pretty good. The shifters and Drolls are probably what really won us the games, and like Tikaboo, but hey, Exodia is still Exodia. We never drew all 5 pieces all at once though, but you know, maybe one day we'll make better cards for it. But for now, I mean, 3-1. Pretty good. We'll probably just wait until the new support comes out, and then we'll probably actually like start playing it again. But for now, I think we can go into you know, the deck box and stay there for a bit.
Go that way, please.
I'm for the people, Christian. Just like how I'm about to pull this QCR Yama and then sell it before it gets banned.
Yama's not
big. I do need a chimera, you know. Maybe I get a. Ew!
Oh!
No, bro.
It's a sign.
That's the sweaty card.
Sorry, bro.
Sissies.
I know someone needs it.
Furries.
You're a furry. Nope.
Angela on best deck.
Yeah,
What?
that's why you beat one.
Yeah, you're sweaty, dude. Last.
Nope.
Nice.
QCR.
They don't even use that one.
Nah.
Secret.
Oh, nah.
Ah.
This sucks. That means you got the good stuff then.